This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Know me too, and how I like to jam my music. This song, I will put them on repeat. I'll play. Oh man, Charlie, the song be dope. I love it. I mean, I was just asking Cryme that, like, when did you drop the song, man? I love it.
Last year, right?
Yep.
Is that 2024?
Crazy song. I love it. I
think I know what it is. You know, it has some jama.
We go
amplifier. No. We have to. Charlie, you know what?
The video too is videoing.
So the thing we say, no,
the video is videoing, the girl is getting.
Lenny, is the girl on the song or is she in the video?
Outside the video. Is the girl. I know.
No, I like the jam. I like it. Charlie, look, dance God. We find the dance already. So
what was Lenny's superhero name? Cry.
Yeah.
Protector of.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain G. Captain G.
I don't want to talk about
we're not going to talk about it.
Make a meet him and talk.
You know that they come out on you, do you know? I'm sure anyone who read your lips for it.
Honorable supervisor of the.
You say we are futures.
Lenny.
No, I thought people you say things fearlessly. It's like your vim is going. The two of you. It's like your vim.
Second,
okay.
So who baby will come? If you like live inside, let me go stop you. Hey,
I won't stop you. If you are not married.
What is real tell you? What is real tell you? You are smiling like that.
The unmarried one sitting here.
So I'm the only married one here.
Yes.
My guy here.
If he goes after the women, I won't have a problem with it. Okay, it's the
he doesn't even do it, but you're just putting it out there.
They say it's boring to be single.
There's a page on Facebook called Mugabe Quotes. Let's go and find it, and then you will laugh.
Mugabe Quotes.
You will laugh. You will laugh your head off. Anyway, I'll find that quote about women and guys. I'll find it. But the show's about to start. Let's just get into the conversations. Before that, I want to remind you that Betway has some great news for you as well. Listen, we've all been there before. We've played that perfect multi-bet. It's going your way until one or more pick lets you down. Well, with Betway's Bet Saver feature, you can win. Even if your bet misses and even multiple losses, you can still get your bet back and more. It's exclusive to Betway. Get way more. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. No under 18. Betway gets way more. And also reminder, beg your pardon, on if you're looking for the best value data and voice offers tailored to your unique needs, then Telecel understands that everyone has their own preferences. Where that's why they have unbeatable Made For Me bundles made just for you. Now, the Made For Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app from the Play Store and subscribe to your special Made For Me bundle. Telecel connecting energies. There's more to talk about, Lenny.
Yes, and while you're connecting energies as well, you know that you'd have to stay clean, okay? Keep your energy clean around you. Keep your hygiene maintained at a 100%, and you can do that with Cleanse Hand Soap. It kills 99.9% of germs and bacteria with every single use, and it's perfect for your hand washing moments throughout the day. So you can also, while you're using it for yourself, recommend it to your friends and family as well. You can all get it in the variants that there are. So whether you want it in strawberry, aloe vera, chocolate, antibacterial, vanilla, and honey, it's all there for your purchasing. Okay, remember to stay clean with Cleanse. The GC brand is all about you.
Yes, all about you. Serious brother dance. Serious bring a dance, guys. Yeah.
I want them to.
And then you have to straighten the gogomi at the end.
Oh,
the gogomi go.
Igbo should stand and dance. That's all I want to see.
Why? Why?
You know that we have a lot of perfect sit dancers.
Why do you want to spoil everything?
Advocate for disabled people as well?
Are you disabled?
Why you
No, we are advocating for that. We are
advocates.
We are advocates, please. Yeah, please.
You see, Lenny likes talking. That's why every time you eat food and sugars get trapped into your teeth.
Okay.
And if you are like Lenny, you like talking and showing your teeth, you have to make sure you are using Pepsodent. Lenny, smile for the camera. Show Lenny. Lenny has Pepsodent teeth. Put the camera on the teeth. Why are you showing me? Show Lenny.
Should I stop?
Very good. Every time we eat, show Lenny and let me do the voiceover. Hey, every time we eat food and sugars get trapped between our teeth, we need to decay, gum disease, and foul breath. So, Lenny, breathe. Clean. Pepsodent has 2 amazing variants to solve any dental problems: Pepsodent Charcoal and, of course, Pepsodent Herbal. Pepsodent Charcoal has zinc and fluoride to fill in the tiny holes in your teeth and give you that overall good hygiene dentally. Now, of course, there's Pepsodent Herbal as well, filling in any problems with your gums and also giving you that minty freshness thanks to the mint and herbal extracts contained. Now, if you need to speak to a dentist, no problem. Pepsodent has been working with the Ghana Dental Association for 25 years, so you can also reach out to a dentist toll-free, free of charge on 0800 161 000. Now, Pepsodent is in every shop in this country in all the sizes and variants that matter. So make sure you grab one today, because Pepsodent says every smile matters. Now, to our game base, our tech heads, our database, our street gamers, whatever you do on that controller, Game On eSoccer Tournament Season 3 is live and we're ready for you. Now, registrations have started. Registrations will end on the 10th. So you have this week to make sure you go on our pages or visit 3music.tv and register. On the 17th, we have our knockout stages where we will eliminate all the Sankwas. All of you cry and throw controller at TV. You go come out by 17th. Then those of us who know how to game, me, J Foley, and a few other select few will continue to the am I in the room with racists? Why did they don't believe
select few. Don't believe you.
A few other select few selected will continue to the grand finale with Shantizi, Skradada, and the world gaming champion. You see, those of us who are on the global level, maybe we involve some celebrities because medical can play. You see.
Hey,
Papi Kojo,
bro, this is gonna get you in trouble. Medical.
Papi Kojo, medical, D Black. They can't play.
They play FIFA. You know.
Go on with the days.
Gone are the days. He's an honest man. He's threatened. When he saw my fingers, I know that not you they play. That's the issue. Cause
anyways, that's something.
Charlie.
Anyway,
Game On eSoccer Tournament. So it's live. Make sure you connect.
Now, if you want to experience Cryme's music and other sounds like never before, it's best you do a Bang & Olufsen's atelier where you become part of the craft. Now, you get to design your own bespoke audio masterpiece or select from exclusive creations tailored to your style. Whether it's a speaker that seamlessly fits into your space or a statement piece that turns heads. If you can imagine it, you can hear it. Discover more with Bang & Olufsen at our shop at Atlantic Towers, Airport City, Accra. Bang & Olufsen Atelier. You dream it, we craft it. Now, very, very easy contact: 0201 694 341. Again, 0201 694 341. Get yours.
Well, thank you very much. As you've already seen, our guest this morning is Honorable D. Cryme. Honorable D. Cryme. Yes. Charlie, welcome to the studio, bro.
That's it, bro. I'm grateful.
So I'm relaxed at home, scrolling through my IG, checking out what's up, and then I'm like, I jump on I see his post comes on my timeline, and I'm like, okay, wait a second. D Cryme standing for SRC President. Yep. Okay. I was like, oh no. So instantly I hit him up. I'm like, yo, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
We need to discuss this because they say support your own. So for industry, we use our platforms to discuss, and then to support, and dare I say, a new direction that you've taken in your life.
Yes, sir.
There are a lot of questions I want to ask. So, but let's start from with the basics. So, first off, you haven't stopped music, have you?
No. Not at all.
Not at all.
Yes, sir.
So this is for Central University.
No, this is Methodist University.
Methodist University, Ghana.
Yep.
So, what prompted you, first off? I'm taking this sounds like a very dumb question to ask, but let me ask. What made you go back to school?
Great.
And then what made you, within the course of time during school, decide to want to take on this leadership role?
Great. So first things first, let me greet all ATF one for respectfully. And one of the great reasons why I went back to school is that many a times you have plans, but the music always takes you far. So until so bit in team, I can say, let me really go for this. No, you might still be procrastinating. But when 1 year, 2 year gone by now,
I feel you.
So I think the time first, my entrance to that school, I was a guest artist there.
Oh,
yeah. So that's how I even.
You went to perform?
Yes, just like I do in other universities and all. But when I got there was a certain vibe, and I was like, you know what, my family who enjoy a cool way, because. Regardless of wherever you go, sometimes you go feel reach some place and say this is where you belong. So that's how it all started with the first one. Now, when I got into the school, you want me to start talking about when I got into the school? There was tension from the start. I was like, hey,
it was difficult trying to
But one good thing is that if you're a good person, you're a good person. Because you see, with the fakeness, if you fake something, it can only last for a while. It's just like pregnancy. Eventually, after 9 months, you go born. Now, the people made me feel comfortable, and I was also comfortable around them. I think that is one of the things that, made us easily bond, myself and the students and the administration all, because the perception about artists, and all that. But me, the normal regular me, I mean, I don't really work with my name. If you know me, fine. But until then, the Darlington in me always is that sociable person. So, that's where the love started. And when you are comfortable around people, I think learning and everything will be more easier, because it's not like they are doing you Prince Charles there. It's like they can relate with you and you can relate with them. That's how come it was easy for me. So into the classes till now.
Okay, go ahead.
How was it blending in? Because I know I say that every celebrity is human first before anything else, right? But I know that there's that star power, right? And then also, whether you like it or not, people know there. Who you are.
That's true.
Wasn't there any difficulty at all blending in and then also relating to them as you have so far?
Like the reality, going to school, waking up and
because
going
that's
to class
what it
every day.
is. Yeah.
So you have to psych your mind. Anywhere that you find yourself, you have to psych your mind that if it is work and you really love this, you have to let yourself, your inner spirit and everything know that this is, whether it's for 1 year, 2 or 5 years, this is where you're going to be. So don't be that letting your wings all around them to show them, say, this is me. No, abide by the rules, because we be our.
Were you in there for a 4-year course?
Yes, I'm still there. I'm a level 300 student.
Okay.
Yes. So ever since I started, right, even though they know the crime, like I said, I don't work with my celebrity thing there. And two, from start, they were all like, hey, and you by this time, but you see, when somebody studies you from afar for long and they realize like, oh, he's human like us, he can relate with us. And in fact, when you talk to him, he talks to you back. It makes life easy. One moment sometimes it's baffling for them when they see me one moment, the next time you're upon class and I'm a kusho or samba, the next day I'm in class, they ask me, how do I do it? I'm like, this is where I have found myself. And if it is a 3 or 4 years course, psych yourself. Eventually, it's like 6 o'clock in the day. They have the morning one and the evening one.
Would you say that music has genuinely probably maybe taken, the classes, studies, exams, mid-sems and all has taken a bit of time with studio?
That one day I would say for sure, because when you have a lot of lectures like that and they all have to conduct IAs, they don't care whether you are in the studio or you have a show. When the time is up, you have to be there to write. And that is one thing that I make sure semi school, I never want somebody to say, oh, he was awarded his grades. So constantly, that's why anytime that I'm in school, I update my studies and everything to let the world know, say, it's not like I'm home and I've passed my exams. Constantly I'm there, I'm doing group studies, I'm talking to the people, like I said, if this is 4 years, psych yourself and dedicate yourself to it. Eventually, after the 4 years, if you want to still further it, wherever you find yourself, put yourself in there, because this is where you chose to be. You didn't just stumble upon and I say, if you're sorry, you went there to go study. And upgrading the brains as well too is a beautiful thing, because just when you thought you knew many things, you realize that you know be everything you know.
Have some fans been noticeably angry at you to some extent, the fact that they don't get music as regularly? Because one thing about, I think, media, entertainment, and artistry is because you're out there, people feel connected to you, right? If people don't see Jay Foley for 2 weeks, they're going to get mad, right? So now they don't get music as much, but you need or you understand the reasoning for why you want to go to school. How do you respond to those fans?
So the good thing is that sometimes don't just leave them for them to keep on wondering what you are about or which I am and all that. Give them updates. That's why I'm saying that anytime I'm in school, my school activities and stuff, I don't keep it to myself. I put it out there. Now, I see them in the DM sometimes. Music and and all. But then the lecturer go like, oh, so this is the reason why. Then finish hard, finish hard.
Okay.
Humans will always have opinions, but sometimes there are ones that you don't want to respond, and we have ones that you have to let them know where I go on.
Okay.
Yes. So I keep them updated.
So
do you think that the fans are entitled in wanting to know whatever is going on in the lives of the people that they love and look up to? Because
but when you brought music, he can't just get up and leave us like that.
Hey, we are sorry.
We vex.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But it happens because let me use Rihanna as a typical example. People have been coming at her regardless of the fact that she's taking time off to create her beauty brand, to create her lingerie line, to create more money for herself than she even probably made when she was making music. But people still draw her back to the music, right? That's what I'm asking about, the entitlement. If it's okay to pivot and do something else without Cyril's typical case. He's not making music anymore, but he's doing great. He's doing amazing in life.
You see, one thing about fans is that you didn't really they were not there and you went to pick them. In between your journey, that's when they started coming in, and they are humans though. And if you want to turn out somewhere for them to pop up, that means they are also they are also part of your care. So if you start something and you start building fans, don't leave them like make them figure it out. Update them, because they are humans. People will always share their opinions, but sometimes when they go too much and you don't want to address, then you are leaving them to either go away or feel like, okay, you be that snobbish way, they won't talk to us back, because fans is not always about being on the stage and seeing them there. This is social media. You can easily talk to them as well. Like I said, as much as they are humans, they have opinions. They want to see you somewhere than, for all you know, maybe yesterday they fight about you.
Yeah.
You understand? So if they talk about it and they hit you in their DM, sometimes they want information. And what they blow their mind be when I respond, they're like, hey, you really responded? I'm like, hey, maybe as you text it, they're specific, right now. But these are busy people where they take time off, they love you, they project you. So what else can you do by not responding? Talk to them all the time. That is if you have the time. Some of the opinions to go, if you say it be too personal, no matter how you go explain, they don't go understand. That one you go feel leave them and prove yourself by putting in work and giving them results. But if not, they always matter. They always matter.
How much of a toll is all this? I mean, juggling being the artist that is connected to his fan base, being the student that is trying to remain humble, being the performer who is trying to stay on the road.
Yeah, honestly, be honest on this question.
Okay, so let me say this. First, if you had one manager, now if you do them two in the sense that one for handle your music business thing, the one for handle your school affairs,
your life.
Yes, or your life. Because one person will go fit double the 2 or 3. Why am I saying that? As much as I'm in school, when they say manager, everybody figures the manager will follow you all the time. Somebody can be from afar and still be managing your affairs, because in school I might not be updated all the time. So somebody for remind you, say, yo, we have
Next time they come.
If I learn this, or they drop this slide, or this lecture they set you, if I go do this thing, so that side, that person is also managing your life on that side. As road manager, they help you do the road thing. Business managers too, they give you updates.
So Bika ask, how's it like for you when you have to join queues either in class or in buying food? I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to blow like DK shouldn't go and buy food. No, I'm just saying that sometimes when you attain a certain level of popularity, haters might say, oh, Jay, but when you attain a certain level of popularity, there's some things that when you want to do it, even it comes with certain, like for example, Charlie, I didn't hunger, they buy my Keleole for some on please. So me and Park, I didn't buy Keleole. Now,
the video,
she didn't come and greet you. Yeah. She took a photo, went on Twitter, posted it, and tagged me. Hey, Jay, buy Keleole.
But you eat,
it's the
tag.
So I DM'd and I was like, I think you should have rather approached me than come and take a picture and posted, that they say,
remember the perception that I said said about artists.
Yeah.
Right?
So in your case, it's even worse. I mean, we're just presenters. We just talk. In your case, you move people's emotions with music.
That's true. So with me, I've always been the normal, regular person, even though out there, I am the celebrity out there. But like I said, I don't work and dwell with my name. When it comes to my work and things that it can do, I let it speak for itself. Typical example, let me give you a scenario. I go feel work for every corner, go stand any convenience shop and buy whatever. That is me, the Darlington. But as I live here right now, me and you now, we go some program. When we reach, they go say, "Oh, D, enter. You wear your gate fee there." To the other person. Yeah. It is my work that is working. I don't know if you understand what I mean. I for no go stand the convenience store and be like, "Why you delay? You know who I be?" No. Who am I? I'm just a human being. So from long and wait, you see, like I keep saying, if your character is real, eventually it will show without even you noticing it.
Yes.
That be how I did. That be how I did way back till now. So me, I know they try to prove who I am or like on the chop. If you see me, I buy my gobe. Or I buy watch it and all that. I did a queue inside. And man, so I'm a Tommy Pepper because I don't even want you to have that conversation like as if the artist where you come way. No. It be food we all they go eat. Because after that, I don't know your workspace. Maybe probably you might know mine. But when you come my workspace, you know, somebody could tell you say he's there.
And at the end of the day,
so I leave the work for
I enter some bank way, some Chinese man be they
You get experiences.
Oh, there were some slippers way. It makes shabby Chinese man. No.
Yeah.
But then there's an ATM in the bank.
The block, no.
In the bank, so we take you inside. I mean, not for Ghana. I did the queue inside way. The man they press beep 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 beep. So as a boss more, I they watch the listen. Well, I see like 9 figures. Who was this? 6 or 9 figures. That be the bank balance.
My telephone number.
I say yes, man. I say yes, man. Yes, sir. I say yeah. He's talking. Chinese man. Yeah. Can't stand the command money like nothing.
Yeah.
We they make
In bathroom slippers too.
When they come park, we want make the security man park we for the front.
With our 1 city balance.
No.
1 city bank balance.
And sometimes when I call banks everywhere, I won't complain. I won't complain. I'm sure the customer service at the back there is like, wow.
Don't see the 70 pesos.
When your money when your money lock in transaction, maybe you do from Momo to bank or bank to Momo where you lock. Where you for call maybe your bank to tell them say Charlie, your money lock, arrive or something. Sometimes they try them because you say how much you send? So I said 200. He hasn't come. If I'm the customer, so I say
so what's your number? Say this is the fourth time you are calling. What's the number? No, sir, I just want to send it to you. I don't think you should call again. 02 like personal money.
Anyway, so what then pushed you, after going through all these experiences, to want to take on the SRC as such a huge leadership role?
True.
We've seen your brothers also do same. Guru has done the same, and then he went through a lot up and down courts and this and that and injunctions and all of that, and then God being so good, he got what he wanted. And this has come to your desk as well. What pushed you to want to be an SRC president?
Thank you. So SRC is very simple: Student Representative Council. This is where you need one person to front the students' real needs. Institution in all the time. It would always keep going, but the students in there needs to be comfortable, needs to excel in their whatever courses they are doing. But the most important thing is, regardless of all these things, it still projects the school. So you will need that Okendifo, whereby he will help throw that light on all these things. Let me say this. Let me throw it back a little bit. Ever since I started Methodist University Ghana, constantly I've been projecting the school, putting the school on. Because like I said, wherever you find yourself, it being in the studio or any other workplace, make sure the world know that is the best place to work at.
Did you have this intention in 3rd year, 2nd year, 1st year?
Well, along the line, that's when it came on me. And it wasn't even about me thinking about it first. It was the students that rather actually pushed for it and recommended. Because me, I'm the type that I always like to do many things in the shadows.
Okay, let me push you a bit harder. Was this recommendation based on? So wait, yes,
that's yeah.
Was this recommendation based on popularity, connections, industry knowledge, or what they were looking for to get in from somebody like you because of the popularity? Or was it from leadership skills that they had seen in times past with things you are taking up?
I think it's all inclusive because of popularity in Kwana, the person has no leadership skills, like you can tell.
So were you doing something in the school that made them feel like you should take on this role?
Yes. So ever since I came into the school, like I said, Mr. T, in between, of course, there's still music. Everywhere I go, if it was me faking it, I would have just done one mention of the school. But constantly, I keep telling people, this is where I am. Come on, this is the beauty of the school. We have 3 branches, so we have Dansuman, Methodist, Wenchio. I take it upon myself. This is when later the administration even got to notice because people kept sending it to them, say, hey, now why I need a debia? I didn't mama no. Remember, it's even the students that got the attention first and told the administration. That's number 1. 2, I said, this is where you find yourself until you become an alumni. This is the best time you can do something for your wherever you are. You know that quote that say, what you can do for your country, not what a country can do for you. That's one of the things. And again, most of the students, how I represented them in many, many cases. This is how come they even vouched for, because would you want
to share in some instances that you felt you represented the student?
Yeah, I mean, example, when I came into the school, constantly they kept talking about and entertainment today and all that. Then I first created something, Bring a Bottle. This is all the students getting involved, whereby they didn't have that opportunity of entertainment. Then me getting them involved as well. It's like somebody even knew that, they never knew that they could even organize people together. So this is not me, Cryme, trying to do it for them. This is me telling you, we need pull strings where, you can make this happen. And this is me getting them involved. Same thing with academics as well. When we know who can do what, we'll let you know that this is the right blog. Please, in fact, this person needs this help. Bueno. And it's not on my mouth trumpeting it. Aside all these things being said and done, projecting the school itself now, it's not only the institution, the students as well, telling them or letting people know, say, aside this guy being a student, your electrical works, he can do it. Aside this guy being this stuff.
So you were intentional on plugging people such?
Constantly and back to back. And like I said, aside that, when I came into the school, I was like, okay, since I'm trumpeting about this school, when somebody pass back, we come there. What you go see, where you go make it be. So I went to the administration, then I realized 1 or 2 things. I was like, you know what? Me and my team, myself and my team, we thought of a plan. We created something called Wall of Fame for the teachers. So we go to some school, we even hear Vice Chancellor, we never even see him before, right? So we created this frame thing, whereby from the Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor.
So the school didn't have that?
No. We created all those frames and the teachers and the deans and the students, so that now people can see them.
All the students?
I mean the dean of the deans and the head of departments, basically.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
So it's like when you go into the administration on your left hand side, all these people are there to be seen.
Funded by your team?
Yes, sir. That's 1. 2, I realized that this information in the school is very difficult, and just like we're here, if somebody's home, he's watching us on what? TV. So with the help of some stakeholders, I spoke to them and they came to our aid. So I brought TV there so it could serve as a notice board like this, so that information can be projected on those TV for the people to, because sometimes what's a new phone as well, in common groups, the school groups,
focus on
it's not really there. But when things are displayed on TVs now, just like going to, forgive me to say this, going to like, let's say KFC, I'm sure you can easily see the prices.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to even ask the teller or some what's the price. Like you get to see. So with all these tiny little, I would call it tiny because if Nyameya Adam, and we're humbly pleading actually, if the students come all together and say, Darlington, we need you and your team to represent us, it's going to be this and more, because we know the interest of the students. We'll listen to them. And the problem, I always say that if it is not out of 10, so when the man solve a cry, 6 or 7. not by having 10 and just solving 2. I feel like you're still below, you know. So even not being in power now, all these things have been done.
Okay.
I believe so for sure if the opportunity comes.
Okay, Lenny.
Do you think that, truthfully, it's because you know that you're a celebrity, you are more popular than the regular student who is also probably standing for SRC President, and so there's a possibility that you will win over them? That's why you're doing this, beyond all of the advancements that you've helped bring to the school. Do you think that also is playing a role in your wanting to stand, or does it go beyond your celebrity status?
So we have this good saying that we say Ade Wofia Oye, right? Me being a celebrity, I'm not going to apologize for that, because that is good work that got me there. I'm not the only person doing music.
I feel you.
You know, I'm not the only person doing music. A lot of my colleagues are doing it. But if I'm being noticed and all that, I think it didn't happen by miracle. It's because of hard work. Now, that's one. 2, this is somebody who has now come out to say, students, give me the nod, let me represent you. But way before coming out, constantly, I was doing it for them. I was pushing them the more. But you see, we are human. Sometimes you just have to remind them what it has been done before and can be done the more. So with a celebrity playing the role, it's my line of work that made me a celebrity. But as a Darlington or the student himself, ever since I stepped foot in the school, constantly I've been putting the people on. But you see, you can't touch all the masses at a go. You can do it by some few sections. You understand? But as time goes on, if you're given the nod, now whatever you serve, it is for the whole masses.
Okay, let's touch on the policies that you have, the 10 pillars, pillar policies that you are looking for to, champion if you're given the nod. Let's put that on the screen. I want us to just take it one by one as well. Interesting. So I do believe these are 10 things that you and your team have identified to work on.
That's true.
Number 1, you mentioned transparency and accountability. Can you just expand that real quickly? Or let me just run through. So there's academic support and resources, student welfare and well-being, there's campus infrastructure and development, there's student engagement, governance and participation, financial support and scholarships, campus safety and security, entertainment and sports, mature students, dialogue and questions and answers with the SRC executives. And then the 10th one is school constitutional review and amendments. And let me find out this. Okay, this is just for Tema campus.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sure. So you don't have one SRC president. That is
champion. No. We don't have one for all.
Okay.
Three.
So it's each one. Let's just run through these pointers you shared. Transparency and accountability. What exactly do you speak on with that?
The reason is that I think that when you have the belief from the people, at least whatever you say is the truth. Now, when it's white, don't say it's zero or black and white. I feel like if there's a problem, let them know what is happening.
Has this been a challenge in times past?
It is. I think that one of the information dissemination is very difficult. And the latter part, people have to come out and say, "Oh, this is the problem." They don't do that, and they're trying to cover it and all. But then students, that's where the problem is. So when it is white, let them know that you guys don't have money. Can we all make this happen? Than to say, "Oh yes, yeah, next week," and it never happens.
So do you have any particular things you want to do to show transparency and accountability if you are given the nod?
Most definitely. First things first, tell them the painful truth. That's one. Tell them the painful truth and find solutions. I think the challenges will never stop coming. Typical example, the school portal. One of the biggest problem. Now, one good thing is that in my team, there's a gentleman, he's standing for the PUSAC. His name is Abdullah. He's an IT person. Constantly, he's been helping the students access the portal. But acquire the onim no nim to tell who. Acquire he who knows that he can do it, and they direct him to that to do it. How about the general thing, and general solution? Typical example. Let me give you a typical example. The office where the IT is, they can also have a simple desk for him or any other students who can help students access these things. Because remember, sometimes we assume that somebody is in university, so he knows how to access laptop, even access their phones and all that. No, it's supposed to be a place that we have to learn. So if somebody doesn't know these things, set some few things aside to help them go through it, because sometimes you are given slides, they tell you use Roman numerals size 10 and all. So I'm found maybe you present the work and it is fail. So since we are there to learn, all the problems of the people, sometimes the people at the offices or administration, the workload is a lot. It could be just one person. I know you will be added. But these students, some are abreast with these things. So that the Abdul I'm talking about constantly, because he's helping other people, why not find a desk by the side?
Won't people say that you are looking out for friends and family?
Not at all. Not at all. I think he's done a great service, but like I said, it has to widen to the whole students, not just the few who know he can do it and they recommend. You know, and aside that, any other help that has to come from Dansuman, I think Dansuman is the main one. I think it needs that extra push. You know, because many a times the students, you know, when you say it 1, 2, 3, few people say it, and nothing happens. And administrations, forgive me, they don't write the exams. So when the students don't apply enough pressure, there will be no results. And if you don't have Okendini to even show how to even apply pressure, that would be a difficult thing.
Let me handpick some of them because of time. I see. Let's talk about infrastructure and development. What plans you have there?
So the good thing is that most of the things are already there, but it needs revampment and facelift. That's one of them. Typically, when I was going around, they kept saying the canteen. I'm like, you know what? I can't promise move and pick. Yes, I can only do things that are on earth. I don't promise heaven. So you already have a canteen, but why don't we have to revamp it? The things that you don't have it, we just have to do the add up. And the add ups across the streets and all that, people cross to go buy those things. Why not talk to those people? Give them a little portion, let them bring it closer to the school so they don't have to cross road and go get those water. Like I said, the things are around us. So many of the things, you just have to upgrade them, keke. And yet, matter of building new ones. So typical example, we have a nursing, they call it the lab. Nyamani bina sebio ashorte. With the right stakeholders, they can easily come in there. And this is where you think that maybe he's a celebrity and all that, but it could also help pull plugs easily. Because if I pick a phone and I call somebody, you know, at least Anya Shinobaka say, oh, if it is for this great cause, maybe part of our CSR, you know, let's help you make it happen. Sabio, who's going to benefit? The students and the school.
On your 8th policy, which is something that I'm sure a lot of people will be looking forward to, seeing something, a major drastic improvement, change, breath of fresh air, which is entertainment and sports. What do you have to do in there? Because, I mean, this is your space.
Yes. So one thing is that...
Unless Jay-Z, you bring Jay-Z.
So I brought a couple of my industry friends there, though.
Yeah.
And the excitement that came into the people's heart, I was just, you know, overwhelmed. I was happy because I felt like, this is my space. I said, because I've seen other schools do it, bring other people and all that. I don't know, it's a big deal. And besides, this school, this is Tema. Land of music and artists, you know, why is it so difficult? And when it happened, I was like, okay, remember all these policies, we had it from the students before we placed them down. These are not things from on top of our minds. These are the people's needs. That's how come we brought there. The one thing I want to do with this sports and entertainment is that, one, I know there are so many wonderful hidden talents in there. I have seen them, but again, it is one-on-one. How about the global students knowing this? Because we can have presenters in there. I'm sure there will be a time, some will be in your studios here, probably helping you make this happen. There will be a time, great artists will be coming out from Methodist University, Ghana, especially Tema. And Sebio, it started from somewhere. And if I'm, again, I say this, if I'm humbly given the nod and all these things come into play, one, it propels the students as well. 2, it projects the school as well. And 3, I'll be proud to say that alumni is my mate.
Let me ask you another very difficult question. You are an artist, a student, and want to be an SRC president.
Yes,
How do you intend to juggle all this time?
This is where you have a team. Now, when you have a strong team and everybody's...
And eyes.
Yes. So, you see, one thing is that, yes, you are representing the students, but it doesn't exempt you from school, activities. Now, if you have a strong team, like, shout outs to my whole team.
But I'm still asking you a question. Don't you think this will mean that you need to sacrifice one?
Not at all. When you're a president, your role is not the same as the vice.
Yeah,
The vice is not the same as the PUSAC. The PUSAC is different from the Women's Commission.
Yes, but
That's
His
why
Excellency John Mahama is not an artist. He doesn't have to release songs to feed the fans. We're asking about that. He's not a student. He doesn't have to go learn for exams. He has one mandate to take over the country. Yours, it will be in this case, will also take over of the school, the students, represent the students. At the same time, you also have Ghana fans to represent and the world to represent. Yes, good. Thank you. And the world, even open the floodgates. And then you have exams and school and a degree program or whichever certificate you look at afterwards to hit. How are you going to manage all these three for them to get the best out of you? Will you sacrifice any of them?
No, I think it will still work hand in hand, because the good thing is that I've been doing it and I'm still here. That's one. That means I learned from the best and I'm still learning, because the world, you can never really know everything. Everything is a learning process. And again, if I say I learned from the best, if my fellow colleagues have done it, that of Samini, that of Guru, I consulted. You know, I don't sit at home and be like, oh, I'm enjoying it from afar. No, when they are your colleagues, you hit them back door, you let them know what's good, how do you do this? And, you know, they've been very, very impactful. And myself, I like to learn. So many of these things going on, I have done proactive calculation to see how, imagine if there's and that's what I do. If there's an exams, imagine, or let's say the same time with my show, sometimes you have to let the show know that, Mr. O, unfortunately, I can't make this happen. Because the good thing is that Nyame shows will always come, but the exams, you have that moment to write it, because you don't want to defer.
Yeah.
I want to ask if the leadership drive that you seem to have discovered is a new direction that's going to go the long term, or if it's just situational because you find yourself at Methodist. Is this a new aspect that, are we looking at Cryme, the public leader?
Well, never say never. For now, I would say, what is in front of me is the priority. The ones that will come after that,
intrinsically, right? So I think when you do this for a while, you tend to pick up on, like, I'm reading a book called Cues, actually. It's how people move their hands, even the twitching of the eye. Everything, like when you're talking to people. And from you, I'm picking up like how articulate you are, even your back being straightened, your hands together and everything. So I'm just saying this today, intrinsically, right? You might have like these, good plans for the people, but motives are never realized until they're manifested or put into action. Up to what you've done now, right? You may say the most beautiful things. You may say the plans you have for the people, but it is what it is in the world we live in. To the fact that, or to the extent where you've gotten pushback as to why he's doing this, to what he was saying, or maybe one day he wants to be a politician, or maybe he's doing this because he wants something else, or maybe he's doing this because all these other people did this. At this point in your career, with everything you've done, now being what you're doing might be politicized, because you're going to be voted for. People are going to look up to you. People want you to work for them.
That's true.
How are you feeling at this moment? Is that a difficult thing to deal with? Again, you might have the most positive mind to help people, but Cryme wants something else. He has ulterior motives, and ulterior motives are not bad. We all do something for a reason, right? But as to whether those reasons are good or bad, and people's responses to it being...
Something the question. Ask him hard.
As to people saying that you are doing this thing because you want something else. Like you said, maybe one day you want a V8. One day you want to be a president. How are you dealing with that? And are you doing it for some reasons other than this?
So, like I said from the start, it's called SRC, Student Representative Council. You will definitely need one person to represent the student, to take them to that extra mile, to, not to just project them alone, but it's projecting them, their values, their challenges, and at the same time also uplifting the face of the school, because with the students are, representing the school as well. So, with this thing being said that you want something in return, I would humbly be grateful to serve them. Because if not for anything, when the nominations came, I could have still said, oh, let me go about my normal regular business. But if you hear the people and you're concerned about them, and if you really want to see them, go somewhere super greater than where we already are, of course, I'm not and again, you said, you might have passion about this. What if it doesn't even happen? Right?
Do you have a plan B if you don't win? If you don't become SRC president, will you still continue doing?
We are pushing Gagomi.
Will you still continue doing what you were doing?
Of course. Like I said from the start, I did it effortlessly without even taking a dime. It's not because I'm not fatao. I am, but at the end of the day, not only or pepper. But I believe that the school is good, but we can make it much greater. If not for that, I wouldn't have been the brand ambassador and the face of all 3 branches.
Already.
I am.
Okay.
You know, and you see,
I was just going to say this one.
it's still called hopeful.
There's no way.
You know, and one thing I have
You're
to
not
say
going
for
to
sure
get
is
it.
that with the people, you know, they might think, oh, you're artists and all that. Maintain that. Myself and my team, we keep brainstorming and we keep going further and pushing and, you know, going through all the class, because many a golden child be a mitty baby.
Yeah.
That I'm waiting for a silver spoon or a golden spoon to be in my mouth full of candies and all that. I am going to the people, talking to them, understanding them even more. Things that I thought I knew. And to
My last question.
Yes,
my
sir.
last question. I don't know about the team, but would you take your cap off if it demanded that?
yeah,
You know,
well,
when I saw the poster, first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, he was wearing the.
I was like,
he was wearing
I love the
snapback.
consistency of the cap. And
Yeah,
I was
there
like, one day they are going to ask this guy to take it.
Would you take it off?
well, the truth is that you don't be surprised if I tell you that it has happened a couple of times.
Where you had to take it off?
Yeah, I mean, this is your people. People are telling you, I can't see your face well.
You have
And
to take it off.
listen, you don't want them to also get confused when they're voting by not recognizing the face.
So is that what is going to go on your
ballot.
on the ballot box paper?
Well, Angel Honema administration, Angel Homa team, no.
Would that be the first time D-Crime's cap will be off in a public photo?
Say what? Anything can happen. Anything can happen, you know.
Would you take it off if we asked you to?
Well, like I said, I mean, anything can happen.
Jay, don't sort in the question. Ask him to take it off.
Right now.
If we
You
asked
mean here?
Yeah.
But you're Mr. Stipple.
Eh,
Man, sign the check in fast. Man, sign the check in fast.
That's a smart.
Yeah, man, sign the check in
all right.
fast.
We were looking for that's the
love
first
cash out.
time
Yeah.
that an official
Yeah.
D-Crime artwork would go out this picture. We shall see. I mean,
That to me would be a great sign of commitment.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
And you know
A
how
leader, a leader who is not willing to compromise is a dictator.
you know how faces switch when you have caps on and you don't have caps on, right? Yeah. So I like that he's taking it off a few.
Well,
few
yeah,
ones.
you might see Shrek. Maybe your heart will so, you know, but you know, let me say this real quick. Shout outs to my team.
Yeah.
They make it happen because I'm an individual. You know, my vice, her name is Cicely. Shout outs to Collins, is the general secretary. Shout outs to Ama, she's the treasurer. Shout outs to Mary, she's the women's commissioner. Shout outs to Abdullah, he's standing for Pusak. And you know, the campaign team. Charlie, they never knows about boys get energy like that too.
Yeah.
And you see that not only is the love deep, but I think the people have also shown real love. And this is again, we are humbly pleading because we don't dwell on Afa. We work for you to see, say, we are working. And again, when you are part of the family, it helps. It becomes more stronger. I want to say shout outs to Kingsford, shout outs to Caroline, shout outs to Rosemary. All these guys, you know, make the team stronger. Shout outs to Buna, Nelly, Banda, Obed, and all the guys, you know, Kusi and everybody. They are putting in work, and I'm so grateful. And listen, ever since I did the tour to the classrooms, Charlie, things day in a sense, and I'll be happy to be able to, you know, myself and my team will be able to resolve a lot of things. And send a school, if not for anything, I keep telling them that to us, we are planting a tree, but it's a seed for now. We might not be around to even sit beneath it, but you say a benefit. That's the whole thing that we're going. So our policy, our motto is called for us, by us. Many of these things can be done for ourselves, by ourselves.
You want to reset the school?
I'm just saying.
If he hasn't started already.
You know, so I want to say that I'm super
Yeah.
grateful for all the
Yeah.
people that are, you know, supporting us, and from shout outs to the administration as well, shout outs to all the my competitors, to I want to say, you know, more modern, but grown eventually whoever emerges as the winner is for the school. That's what I believe in. So I keep telling them that, Charlie, no matter what it is, don't say some things whereby, or Chinebi, you can't even say hello to a fellow friend, because these are still students. We are representing the students. So if I'm humbly giving the nod, myself and my team will definitely deliver. And the next time that we come here, it's going to be praises and appraisals, and be like, Charlie, you guys said,
Looking
and you
forward
really
to
did
that.
it, and that and more.
I won't be surprised if I see
Yeah,
you guys standing for like a halfway.
Yeah. All the best.
Yeah.
I have a birthday wish, guys. Oh, why? I haven't done a birthday wish in
Go
a
ahead.
long
Something.
time. Why did you both
I'll
go
tell you
hard
Do a
like that?
general wish
I'll
for the
time
next quarter.
Okay, happy birthday to my brother. He's called Derek AJ Jan.
That's your brother.
That's my brother. That's my longest standing male friend. We've been
Hey.
friends since
your brother
kindergarten. So
Yeah.
happy birthday to my brother. I love you so much, Derek. Have a good one. God bless you. And I pray that this year brings all the joy, all the love, all the peace, all the wealth, what we pray for.
Let me be real estate
Amen.
agents. They
Amen.
sell plots for
Amen.
friend zone. Half plot for
Yes,
Four
sir.
Nations looking for a win for you as well, and of course we are friends. We are all advocates. Yeah, you have our goods.
Amen. Amen.
Have
Me,
our
I'm
goods,
surprised if I see him standing
Yes,
for higher
thank you so
positions.
much.
one
We
day.
have-
No,
yes.
Yeah,
We gotta get
on.
going now. Yeah, gotta get
Finance,
going.
so
We are hoping that
there
we
you
are
go.
hoping that we would hold you accountable to the promises you've made to the people when you are giving the nod.
Let me tell you one of the
Wrap it
souvenirs
up,
that I
right?
was giving them.
Yeah.
Right, wrapping up. Of course, these are students. You still have to give them, let's say, apart from the other things, you give them book and pen. This is what I told them. The book and the pen is a simple bond between us. Write our goods, write our bads. We hope that the bads will be minimal or sakura crab, but write our goods and write our bads. And same time, you're good now. Taking chance, you have done
you're
great.
good.
Because it's about records keeping. It's not by mouth. Because all the things that we have said, we didn't say them just to, we've done it. It is visible and it is there. And this is we not being in we've been doing it in the shadows. So this is where we all came together.
Accountability near.
We all came together. That's why the first policy is transparency and accountability. Chairman, you talk here, do. You understand?
Cryme, thank you very much. And on
God
that
bless.
note, that's how we bring you a Monday to a close on Culture Daily. See you.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.